Welcome to Comms 450. I'm excited to be teaching this class in an online setting because the focus of our session is going to be on mediated communities. Hi, my name is Dr. Beck and I'll be your professor for the class. And even though we'll be teaching this online and interacting with each other online, I wanted to give you a face and a voice to connect with the name. A couple of things I'd like to highlight in this first intro video that will be really important to you as you go through the class. First of all, it's really important that you know where to access information. The readings for the class will be available in 2 locations. Most of them are available on our course Blackboard. So any book chapters or anything like that are available there. They are under the Content tab of the Blackboard site. So just go to Blackboard, click on Content, and all of the readings will come up, including the syllabus. However, a few of the readings are available on the OU Library site because they're journal articles that are available, and I didn't see any reason in replicating what it was already online with OU. So OU has revised its library site, and I want to alert you to how you get to the publications that you'll need. Go to the main page of the OU Library, and you will see on about a third of the way up, you'll see a tab option, and the default is Articles Plus. Move over 1, and it's the Alice tab. Click on the Alice tab, and then you will get a series of options. And you'll be the default for that is keyword. You want to click on that and come down and choose periodical title, and then type in the name of the periodical title. So click on Alice, click on periodical title, enter the name of the periodical titles, for example, Journal of Applied Communication Research or Communication Studies or whatever it would happen to be. Click on that, enter the name, and then that will direct you to that particular periodicals section of the website. From there, all you need to do is find the correct year and the issue number, and you'll be good to go. So I urge you to print the articles. You might ask why, and the reason is I think that you're able to really process them a lot better when you're able to highlight and take notes and things like that. No, we're not having a test in this class, but I do evaluate your ability to communicate what you have learned from the reading. So you can't just skim them and say, okay, good enough. You really do have to have a mastery of the material or you're not going to be successful in the class. So I urge you to get a binder, print the materials, highlight them, and really work with the literature that you're going to be reading for the class. This is a senior capstone class, and I have exceptionally high standards for it. This is the culmination of your entire career in comms, and I have high expectations, but I know that you're up for the task. Want to tell you a couple other details about the classes we're getting started. First of all, I'll be holding virtual office hours. I will be on my email multiple times a day, Monday through Friday. I check my email usually once in the mid-morning, once in the afternoon, and then I'm online routinely through the evenings, and that'll be through the majority of the summer. But I promise to at least be on once every day. However, I'm not online on the weekends. So please know that after 5 o'clock on Friday, before 9 o'clock on Monday, I am not going to be available to you. So if you have any questions about any of the assignments, it is critical you get those messages to me before the weekend. And this isn't even just me saying, oh, well, I'm going to take the weekend off. I had very active children. We've got a lot of things going on this summer. I'm literally, most weekends, I'm not even around the house to be able to check my email, and I don't have a smartphone or anything. And if you think, oh, why is she teaching a class of mediated communication? She doesn't even have a smartphone. But I don't. I don't have a smartphone. I don't have access to the email if I'm not in my house. So there we go with that. I'm not going to repeat all of the things that are on the syllabus, but I urge you to read it in detail. All of the readings, all of the deadlines, everything is noted in the syllabus. I do want to highlight one other thing for you. All of our deadlines are going to be by Friday at midnight. So you have until Friday at midnight to participate in discussion board, to submit papers, to submit anything like that. That's always going to be our default deadline. Nothing else is due other than on a Friday at midnight. So it's critical that you look at the syllabus and figure out for each week what is due by Friday at midnight, because something will always be due by Friday at midnight. So just so that you know what's going on. You are always free to work ahead, but you can never submit anything late. That's important for you to know. I know that people will be going on vacations. I know that people will have computer problems, etc. But I will not accept late work. So thus it's important that you plan ahead. You get your work done early. If you think there might be a snag later in the week, just get it done. And that way you don't have to worry about it. Finally, I want to talk a little bit about week one. In week one, you're learning about postmodernism, and that's kind of a complicated concept, but it refers to an era in which we have a lot of complexity. Okay, in the postmodern era, we have a lot of technology. We've got a lot of competition for our time. We have very fragmented existences in that we've got multiple roles, multiple identities, multiple commitments. We're pulled in many different directions. That's opposed to a more modernist era where things were relatively simple. Not nearly as black and white simple as what legend might tell us, because I think that there's always been complications in people's lives. However, if you watch the Andy Griffith Show, as I asked you to do for this week, you'll see that in that era, given that we didn't have the technology and we didn't have the multiple roles, people were relatively static in terms of where they were. We had a pretty set existence. And that's why I wanted you to watch that episode of Andy Griffith's Show and then compare it with something that was set in today's era, and see how not just the technology, but the entire approach to life and the use of that technology, integration of the media into our lives, has really reinvented how we exist and how we embark on our everyday lives. In fact, as I admitted just a few minutes ago, I don't have a smartphone. I don't have an iPhone. And by not having that piece of media, it really does date me in terms of where I am in terms of technology, because contemporary people have that available to them all the time. So anyway, I wish you well in your first week. I hope you have fun. I hope you enjoy the readings. Hope you enjoy that classic episode of the Andy Griffith Show. And I look forward to reading what you write on discussion board.